Hello, my name is Kiriath, and today we're going to have a look at what you get in Faith and Fury as Chaos Space Marines. If you are a true follower of the Pantheon, what are you going to get? We'll take a look. We're also going to cover the Sisters of Battle stuff, but we'll do that in a separate video because that could get confusing. There's also 2 articles for that, so that could be a long one. Let's have a look. What do you get if you are one of the best boys and follow the actual powers of the universe, let's be honest. So, first up, there is a selection of demon weapons to choose from. So there's stuff for warlords that follow Chaos Undivided, and also weapons for each of the 4 Chaos Gods, as you would expect. The one being shown off here is one available to Nurgle characters, and it's a Power Fist, or at least replaces a Power Fist. So, oh my god, the names are going to be terrible, aren't they? They're going to be awful. Golax, Fist of Decay. It's fine. I'm sure that's how you pronounce that. The very essence of pestilence exudes from the fingertips of this malign artifact. What a sentence. Said to have been gifted by the Lord of Decay himself, the mortal that bears this symbolic weapon is a herald of contagion and a physical example that none can resist the inescapable grip of decay. So basically, you turn into me since I've been ill for 3 weeks. Again, that's what it gives you. The power of being a diseasey boy. Nurgle model with Power Fist only. The relic replaces a Power Fist under the following profile. So Golax, obviously melee, strength times 2, AP minus 3, damage 3, nice. And when resolving an attack made with this weapon, subtract 1 from the hit roll, and an unmodified wound roll of 2 plus is... Oh, sorry, what? Subtract 1 from the hit roll, okay, and an unmodified wound roll of 2 plus is always successful. Okay, sure, that's... Sure. My god, that feels a bit... I mean, yeah, you do subtract 1 from the hit roll, fair enough, but an unmodified wound roll of 2 plus is always successful. Christ. Although, mind you, with times 2 to strength, I don't know, I like it, it's fine, it's good, yeah. There's a lot of maths that I just tried to do, and I was like, well, if you take the strength of the actual character that's wielding it, does that make it... Look, it looks worth taking. That's what we'll go for with that. Okay, so as well as new demon weapons which can be taken by any Chaos Space Marines, the Wordbearers, Night Lords, Alpha Legion, Iron Warriors, Emperors, and World Eaters all get new rules. The 6 original Traitor Legions each get additional Warlord trait stratagems. Yep, we know that, that's fine. So what do we have first? We've got the Wordbearers up first. About to mangle some Cadians in that picture there, nice. They were the first heretics, they were the best heretics, and they remain pretty much the best heretics, let's be honest. Well, outside the Emperor's Children and the Iron Warriors, the top 3. Demonic Whispers is the Warlord trait that they get, a demonic Warlord trait. Demonic Whispers, blessings from the Empyrean guide this Warlord and his followers. If your army is battle-forged, roll 1d3 before the battle begins. You gain a number of additional command points equal to the result. Okay. Once per battle, if this warlord is on the battlefield, you can re-roll a single hit roll, wound roll, damage roll, or saving throw. Okay. Yeah, no, I can dig that. That feels nice and word-bearery. All full of plotting and scheming and being... Well, it feels a bit Erebus, doesn't it? Which is both good and bad. As if having extra command points wasn't enough to silence the mewling of the Emperor's sycophants. Whoever wrote this, I'm liking your work. Take a Dark Apostle and upgrade him to know and be able to chant an additional prayer. So, 1 command point, Apostle of the Dark Council. Oh, that's cool. So, stratagem, obviously. The ruling leaders of the Wordbearers guide their legion on matters of faith as much as war. Use the stratagem before the battle, select a Wordbearers priest model from your army, and they get the following ability, Dark Council. This model knows 1 additional prayer from the prayers to the Dark Gods, and can chant 1 additional prayer at the start of the battle round. You can only use this stratagem once per battle. Again, perfectly appropriate to the word to the word prayers, to the word bearers. Yeah, I like that. I like the use of the Dark Council name there. Excellent. Okay, Night Lords. I don't know what it is. I just that every time I see that sorcerer, Terminator sorcerer lord or Chaos Lord in Terminator armor, I'm reminded that somehow that model seems to have just an exceptional amount of longevity. It's been going for quite a while. It's been available for quite some time. It fits in pretty perfectly with with the new Chaos Space Marines down the front there. Doesn't look out of place. It's not really aged all that much. It's just, yeah, every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, they did a good job with that. Okay, so the Night Lords were born of the dark. We all know who the Night Lords are. They're fantastically over the top. I will say, out of all the Chaos Legions, the Night Lords might be, when I say the most excessive, I don't mean in a Slanesh way. I mean the most kind of, I don't know. It feels a bit edgelordy sometimes, but they take it so seriously that I'm not sure that you can actually apply it to them in a way. It's weird. So, we have a stratagem for the Night Lords. One command point again. We have come for you. Oh, Lord. When the Night Lords descend, there is no mercy. Use the stratagem at the start of your opponent's movement phase. Select one Night Lords unit from your army that is not a vehicle until the start of your next turn. Enemy units within 1 inch of this unit cannot fall back unless they have the vehicle or Titanic keyword or have a minimum move characteristic. Ooh, I quite like that. Yeah. You're not going anywhere. Stay there so we can absolutely shred the blood out of you. Trying to swear less. I'm trying. It's sort of working. Yeah, I like that. That's fun. So, we also have the perfect answer to Primaris Lieutenants. Good. Good. Vox Demonicus. Emanating from the ornate winged helm in which it makes its home, a living susurrus haunts the airwaves, spreading lies and falsehood across the Vox networks of the Night Lord's enemies. The chill whispers of the Vox Demonicus have unmanned brave commanders and undermined masterful strategies. Many a best laid plan has been torn to shreds by its baleful curse. Infantry model only. Whilst an enemy unit is within 6 inches of a model with this relic, reduce the range of that unit's aura's abilities to 1 inch. Ooh! In addition, enemy units that are set up on the battlefield as reinforcements cannot be set up within 12 inches of a model with this relic. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's like... Oh, that's fun. That's cool. It's like setting up an exclusion zone around whoever's wearing that relic and reducing the aura down to 1 inch. Oh, like a proper answer to masses of auras all over the shop, which, let's face it, does seem to happen a fair bit. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, nice. I'm happy with that. Okay. Alpha Legion. Why go for the Terminator picture for that? I just always think normal Space Marines for Alpha Legion. I know they've got Terminators. I know that's a thing. But my mind immediately goes to stealthy, sneaky, and normal armour. But there you go. It's entirely possible that you're already playing an Alpha Legion army without realising it. That's how... Alright, calm down. Nothing they ever do is what it seems. They may have already sabotaged an enemy vehicle before the battle even began. So, one command point, sabotaged armoury. Agents and saboteurs will infiltrate enemy targets long before their warriors join the field of battle. Use this stratagem in any phase before your opponent rolls to see if a vehicle model from their army explodes. If any Alpha Legion units from your army are on the battlefield, add 3 to 1 of the d6 rolled, and the roll cannot be re-rolled. I really like that. I really like that. That's just a lot. Again, that feels quite fun. Really quite situational, let's be honest. I mean, it depends if the vehicle is in range of anyone else, whether the enemy has even brought... I mean, most likely would have brought a vehicle at the very least. Definitely quite the situational thing, but that is a lot of fun. Okay, the Alpha Legion are also famous for the use of non-Space Marine operatives. Name your Warlord a cult leader and make your cheap, plentiful Chaos cultist deadlier. So, cult leader. When resolving an attack made with a weapon by a model in a friendly Alpha Legion Chaos cultist units within 6 inches of the Warlord, on an unmodified wound roll of 6, the armor pen characteristic of that weapon is improved by 1 for that attack. Okay, yeah, I like the flavor. I actually really like the flavour of that. One of the things that I found so interesting and fun about Alpha Legion when I started playing 40k in third was the fact that they could take cultists. That wasn't a thing. That wasn't like every army could take it. It was something pretty much specific to Alpha Legion, if I remember correctly, in that Chaos Space Marines Codex. That feels like a nice nod to that, to be honest. That feels like a fun a fun throwback to them being a fairly unique thing for that particular legion. Yeah, I like it. Okay, Iron Warriors. They are the undisputed experts at siege warfare. There is no need for the thing there. That's just true. With the Siege Master Warlord trait and a few units of Havocs, no enemy bastion will be able to stand before your punishing volleys of fire. So Siege Master, when a heavily defended position needs nothing short of ceaseless firepower, this Warlord will deliver. When resolving an attack made with a ranged weapon by model in a friendly Iron Warriors Havocs or Iron Warriors vehicle unit within 6 inches of this Warlord, reroll a wound roll of 1. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. It's fine. It doesn't quite have the... I don't know, it doesn't have the excitement factor of some of the others we've just looked at, but okay. It kind of builds up to be... I feel like it builds up to be something... I don't know. The description really feels like it's building towards something mega. And then, yeah, it's an okay aura ability, sure. Since this Warlord trait also works on vehicles, take a Warpsmith. Well, you can, but the model's getting on a bit. To repair your tanks at the same time as giving them rerolls to wound. Okay, that's fair. I'd do that. The Iron Warriors have an artifact that upgrades the Warpsmith Mechatendrils to Mega Mechatendrils. That's going to be interesting to find out what that does. Anyway, Emperor's Children. There we go. If you want to get your Emperor's Children pumped for battle, a regular protein, it's really getting there now, isn't it, this? Combat elixirs is what we're talking about. So apply the effects to a 20-man squad of Chaos Space Marines to get the most bang for your command points. Alright. So 2 command points, combat elixirs. Concoctions of hideous euphoria empower the minds of these sensationalist warriors. Sensationalist Warriors was actually my band name. Use this stratagem before the battle. Select one Emperor's Children unit from your army that is not a vehicle or cultist. Then select one of the following effects to apply to models in that unit until the end of the battle. +1 to attacks, +1 to strength, +2 to move, or +1 to toughness. You can only use it once per battle. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Suddenly ramping up, like, ramping up the attacks on a massive group of like, close combat, kitted out madmen. That's... Yes. That feels very Emperor's Children, and, yes, entirely appropriate. Approve of that one. The Primarch Fulgrim taught the Emperor's Children to seek perfection in all things. So there's the Raiment Repulsive. Oh my god. A cloak stitched with the skins of defeated mortals. The raiment... Oh, revulsive. Sorry, not repulsive. I do apologise. Is that not the same word, but in different... It means the same thing, repulsive and revulsive, right? The raiment revulsive. A cloak stitched with the skins of defeated mortals. The raiment revulsive is a symbol of contempt and hatred for those lesser than the Emperor's Children. The screams of anguish that come from the still living faces in its diabolic hide are a sweet concerto to the ears of the wearer. Jesus, this has got the longest description to actual ability ratio I think I've ever seen. It imbues them with unbridled confidence in their ability to best enemies, flay their hides in victory, and add their still screaming throes to the length of this grisly mantle. Whew. Took a bit to get through that one. When resolving an attack made by a model with this relic, you can re-roll the hit roll and you can re-roll the wound roll. Nice. When a charge roll is made for a model with this relic, you can re-roll the result. Okay, no, I like that. It was worth it. It was worth the wait. So with this relic, you can re-roll hit rolls and wound rolls and charge rolls. Fine. Nice and simple, but again, feels appropriate. World Eaters. You can't make your World Eaters Warlord even better at spilling blood. That's all they do. I refuse that. You can make it maybe slightly more efficient, but they're always going to be great at it. Disciple of Khorne. Many claim to hold the title of one of Khorne's 8 foremost champions, but any pretenders are swiftly proven false, for none can rival one of their number in the art of single combat. When resolving an attack made with a melee weapon by this Warlord against an enemy character unit, or a unit that contains any models with a wounds characteristic of 5 or more, you can re-roll the hit roll and the wound roll. Okay, nice gladiator feel. And we also have Gorefather. So yeah, Khan's got Gorechild. Gorefather is back then. Right. This immense chain axe is said to have once been wielded by Angron himself, though it was ultimately cast aside. This relic is of such immense importance to the Legion that wars have been fought between rival warbands seeking to claim it for themselves. One strong enough to wield Gorefather can scythe his enemies into scattering explosions of blood and ruined flesh. So you can only take it if you've got a chain axe, which makes sense. And obviously melee strength +2, AP -2, damage 3. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, subtract 1 from the hit roll, and on an unmodified wound roll of 6, the target suffers 3 mortal wounds, and the attack sequence ends. Okay, alright. Okay. I feel like the legendary axe Gorefather should be slightly more... I don't know. More... Like, add more to strength? I don't know. I kind of... I feel like it's a lot to live up to the name. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad, but then again, you can't just make something absolutely crazy because the Primarch once held it, because that would just like, why would you take anything else? I'm just happy it's back. To be honest, I'm just that's Gorefather being around. Fine, absolutely fine by me. So yeah, there's obviously going to be a bunch more stuff. Some of this I like more than others. To be honest, the Iron Warriors I feel like did not get much of a showing again, which is a little bit disappointing. But the Night Lord stuff I really liked, as I did the Word Bearers and the Emperor's Children too. That combat elixirs stratagem is a lot of fun. Okay, not bad, not bad. Once again though, no fresh Chaos Space Marine models for the Emperor's Children. Still rocking the old Noise Marines kit there, which I just want new Noise Marines. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much? Is it? I mean, at the moment, yeah, it absolutely is, because we haven't got any. But it'd be nice if it wasn't, you know? So, there you go. That is the stuff that they've shown off for Chaos, for Faith and Fury. There's obviously going to be a lot more, but what do you think have been shown? That's the important bit. Excited? Not excited? Anything that you were particularly looking for that has been met with that stuff? Excited for the book or not too bothered? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And in the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games where you can buy stuff and it's way cheaper and I get something for saying it that way. And then at the end of the month, 10% of whatever you spend goes to charity. So you can do that if you would like. I leave it in your capable, elixir-drenched hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.